did it again. Oh, he did it again. God did it again. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Not one but two. Not one but two. Ah, thank you, Jesus. I knew Christmas must have come early. That's 2 black flashes. She better not get up after this one. Woo! Won't God do it? Amen.
So I don't really have anything inspirational to say before we start the video, but I will say thank you for all those tips on how to get rid of a sore throat. Not even kidding, the next day my throat was back to normal. So yeah, thank you. And yeah, that's it. Enjoy the video. Oh yeah, one more thing before we start. I am 16. Stop calling me Unc. So we start out this chapter with Gojo explaining the concept of a black flash. But before we go on, can we talk about this room real quick? Where is this lesson being held at? Got them boys in the trenches, bro. Pipes in the ceiling, cracks in the wall. I don't even know what's going on over here. One Playboy Cardi song and the whole structure going down. But anyway, someone questions him on if he can use a black flash at will because he got the 6 eyes. But Gojo says that's not the case. He says that there are certain things to take into account when you imbue cursed energy into a punch. This cursed energy can be divided into 3 groups. 1, the cursed energy that strengthens the hit. 2, the cursed energy that rebounds after the strike. And 3, the imbued cursed energy that will perform both functions. A black flash may or may not be achieved depending on the timing of the strike and these 3 conditions, plus other things such as the CA of your opponent, the state of your own body, and yada 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 yada. He basically goes on to say that there really is no correct answer on how to hit a black flash, and even when he's able to do it, it all comes down to luck. He also goes on to say that Nanami has more consecutive black flashes than he does, with 4 in a row, but he also says that this is due to his fights not being long enough, and that he has more BFs in total. And I am never calling a black flash a BF again. But Gege also says that Yuji surpassed him here too. Goat shit. Then we cut back to the fight, and we see Sukuna posing up like he's in the edit. We also get to see the others' reactions to Sukuna's black flash. We see Maki notice that this is Sukuna's 2nd black flash, along with the allies that Yuta supposedly mentioned. Miguel's over here worrying that Sukuna might start making a comeback. Yuji is wondering if Sukuna will regain his output like Gojo did. And finally, we got Choso. And he just wanna go home. He done with this shit, man. He also notices the reinforcements and is talking about how they should all come together to beat Sukuna. And I find it really funny that none of these people knew that Miguel was coming. They just saw him and were like, oh, he's here. I guess he can out. And they start jumping the hell out of this man Sukuna. While Maki's over here boxing with him, we see Choso wind up with this crazy ass form to hit him piercing blood. And Yuji got the same reaction as me, cause what was he cooking? While Sukuna is dodging Maki's slashes, we see Yuji popping in with a railing, presumably that one up there, with the way he's falling back. And we see Choso at the bottom ready to strike. And they both pull up on Sukuna with some of the most exquisite jumping I've seen. Yuji trapping him with the railing and Choso posted up on top. And this for sure would have worked on the average Drew Jigger bum like, I don't know, Megami. But somehow, this man Sukuna is able to weave this shit effortlessly with no damage. And I do not know what is more impressive, the fact that Choso missed a piercing blood at point blank range, or Sukuna making that dodge. Either way, they're both diabolical. Then we see Maki make another entrance, pulls up and attempts to stab Sukuna. She happy as hell too, does she know? And while they're going at it, Choso notices that both of them are using the skywalk technique as footholds to fight in the air. And this would have been nice Maki gas and all, but Gege must have remembered that his 2 chapters of community service to the Maki community had already been achieved. He didn't even give us no warning, no sequence, no nothing. We just get this panel of Sukuna looking devious as hell, and y'all don't even need to see the next panel to know what happened next. I haven't seen this nigga this happy since the time he was laughing at Yuji. Way too happy to be hitting a woman like this. Could never be me. Maki's able to get back up, but as Sukuna hits her with a barrage of slashes, she notices that his output is back on the rise, posing up like Eminem while he at it too. I would be sick. And just as she's about to get finished off, we see Choso coming in with the supernova to save the day. But that didn't do shit, cause we see Sukuna send off 2 slashes in his direction. But before those even land, we see him grabbing him from behind. And I was like, oh nah, he about to violate this man. He proceeds to throw this man off the backboard and come in for the 1-hand slam. Didn't even give this man a chance. Getting his 4th black flash of the day, he on a roll. And I was really wondering why Choso would leave his body wide open like this. But as it turns out, this was all a part of his plan. Gave him the opportunity to trap Sukuna's arm in his blood and reduce the damage. And just as this happens, we see Sukuna get hit with a mean jab. Got him staggering, out here looking like he about to hit the meanest limbo of all time. And who hit him? None other than the GOAT himself, Yuji Itadori. Gege got him looking tough. This hit reminds Choso that no matter how many times Sukuna regains his output, it won't mean anything, cause if Yuji hits him, his control over Megami and his output goes on the decline. Before Choso passes out, he tells Yuji that it's time, and Yuji daps him up and is like, bet. Then we get the worst part of this chapter. Miguelo's over here telling Nipple Dude that we've done enough and that it's time to bounce. Stupid JJK hit a couple TikTok dances and want to talk about we done enough. Forget about what I said about Choso last week. You was a grown ass man trying to leave some teenagers to fight some 1,000-year demon. Man, and you know how niggas be. He gonna be going back to Africa, pulling up to them family functions, talking about, oh, y'all know I went head to head against the King of Curses? Probably said the same thing when he fought Gojo too. These stupid fucking JJKers, man, I can't stand them. But the other dude's like, nah.
Job's not finished.
I still got one more thing to do. And as he says this, we see some rubble come in. Then we see Yuji and Sukuna boxing, with Sukuna blocking Yuji's attempt at a knee with that stubble for an arm of his, and him grabbing Yuji, attempting to do him the same way he did about like what, 5 chapters ago. But Yuji's like,
I'm not finished.
Wraps his leg around Sukuna the same way Gojo did, and we see him pose up. Choso says that Yuji still can't fully use convergence yet, so he was able to give him some of his own blood to use against Sukuna. And with that, we see Yuji hit this man with a piercing blood. He beat the no CT allegations, bro. I'm so proud of him. Sukuna barely dodges that and attempts to slash him off, but that don't matter because Yuji is certified locked in. Got Sukuna sensing the Black Flash the same way Mahito did back in Shibuya. But just before Yuji makes his move, we see Sukuna's attention shift to his left, and as it turns out, after Lauri grabs an opponent with his hand, he's able to grab their mind or their conscious too. And if y'all were in the stream the other day, y'all saw how I was hating on this man for being quote unquote another useless JJK. So I'm gonna have to give him that Shaq apology because I was not familiar with this man's game. Him, Toho, and Yuji would make the nastiest big 3 in JJK. Cause imagine Toho swapping with you, your attention being brought to another location, and then Yuji coming in with a Black Flash. Toho would have gone crazy in this fight for real. While Sukuna is over here being occupied, we see Yuji's hand come into the frame. And y'all already know what time it is. Yuji comes in with a mean Black Flash to the gut. Shit so tough it took up the whole page. And the narrator started cooking upon unleashing his Latin potential through the Black Flash. As the sparks disperse, Yuji Itadori awakens. Editor talking about how even the light of hope shines black. He been in his bag. And peep the eyes, y'all. Last time we seen him like this was when he was going up against Sukuna. And that was when he had no RCT and was running on straight fumes. So y'all already know we're gonna see a generational performance in 2 weeks for sure. Personally, I cannot wait. And y'all already know I will be there no matter what. As for my thoughts on this chapter, this was most definitely a 10 out of 10. It was nice to see Choso finally do something besides get pieced up by Sukuna. And I mean, yeah, he did get pieced up again, but like, he still did something. And although it is sad that Maki got cooked once again with another Black Flash, I'm sure she'll be fine. I think the main thing that had me hyped was Yuji finally doing something. Finally proving why he's the MC. Y'all remember when I said that when Yuji starts cooking up, everyone's gonna switch up? That was barely 3 videos ago, and it already happened. Like I said last time, stay on that side. We do not want you. Go back to making fun of real garbage characters like Megami. We winners over here. But yeah, honestly, that stream I did with the leaks dropped was one of the most fun streams I ever had. Reading the leaks in real time with y'all was fun as hell, and I most definitely want to do it again in the future when school ends. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Love you. Goodbye. Before we end it off, this video was sponsored by Anime Express. Anime Express has a variety of merchandise from all your favorite animes, such as Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto, Demon Slayer, One Piece, and others. They got a variety of stuff and cool things such as hoodies, t-shirts, necklaces, and this dope ass sword over here. Personally, my favorite is the Choso hoodie, cause as much as I be hating on bro, this shirt is tough as hell. And if you want 10% off, use my code NOAH10 at checkout. Link in the description. And yeah, thanks for watching.